Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, I don't know, a few weeks ago before I got sick, I am going to foil with some of the new Crafty Critter release. I have two foil machines going here, um, just so that it takes a long time for the foil to come through these. And so I want to value your time. Boy, this one's dusty. You can tell I haven't used it in a while. So I have my fuse machine and I have my mini me. Good morning, Melissa. And then I have already chosen my papers that I want to foil. And these are from the birthday release, the most current release from Crafty Critter. Hi, Chow. And so I've pre-cut these and gotten them ready. And also to value your time, I have already picked the stickers off of these because sometimes the stickers are kind of hard to get off. And your guys' time is valuable to me, so I took the time to get the stickers off. Hey, Melanie, thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't get to do my live yesterday because we had to deal with our poor dog. So, I have the new color magenta that I'll be using today and the new color blue breeze. And then I have some older colors. I've got amethyst. I've got summer fun, which is kind of a pool looking one. It's pretty neat. I've got water cube, which is a clear foil. I have summer evening. And then I have the rainbows, and they're out of their wrappers, so I couldn't tell you which ones they are, but this one has little stars in it. And I have one of my lights off because these things make that light blink and we'll all have a seizure. And then this is kind of a crystally rainbow. We have straight black. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you, Melissa. And then I have the tight rainbow here. So let's go ahead and get foiling here. And then I have several of my folders ready to go. And they're dirty. Ignore it. It's okay. I'm going to start with the happy birthday to you. I'm going to just kind of move these out of the way. And you'll see me shifting things around so that I have room. And you noticed I had a lot of dust on this. So I'm going to use, this is not a actual Swiffer. It's a generic Swiffer. I'm going to really clean this off. And this one, I believe I'm going to go ahead and do with the amethyst. So I'll go ahead and cut out my foil. And I won't be doing the reverse foils today. I don't want to take up all your time messing with all that. And I'm going to use this Swiffer cloth, and I'm going to really spend the time to clean this off because dust, right? Dust is not our friend. And I'll go ahead, place this one in here, and I'm going to go long ways with this one. And I'm going to run it through my mini ink. And while that's running through, let's get that cord out of the way so it has a place to go. I'm going to do this cupcake one. And I'm going to do this in black because I want to color these. Maybe I won't do it in black because I think I'm going to go ahead and do this one in the, let's do this one in the new color magenta. Hi, Lori. And we'll go ahead and trim this foil out. Like I said, I already peeled the stickers off, so you guys didn't have to sit here and watch me pick. Let's get a folder. Things get messy real quick, too. Pull this one over. Clean this off really well. I can see a little hair right there. Oh, no, that's a scratch in the foil. Okay. We'll worry about that then. And I'll send this one through my fuse. So we've got a lot going at once here. Let's go ahead and peel this open so it can cool. We're going to do this happy birthday. And this one I'm going to do in the black foil. because I'll want to color that cake. And I don't want the foil color to clash. So I also have a pre-recorded video today on my channel, which is part of the Kendra's Card Challenge Hot for Trinity stamps. So if you haven't seen it already, don't miss it, and don't forget to hop along with all the rest of the hoppers. I think there's 12 people hopping today for Trinity. The Trinity Stamps team and the Kendra's Card Challenge team. So we got that all dusted off. This one's through. We'll send this one through here. Let's go ahead and reveal this one. Oh, isn't that pretty? No spots missed. It's looking great. I'll set that aside. I'll set this aside. I may or may not do those at a later time. I just mainly want to get my foiling done so that we can move on to making cards. So now I have this little happy birthday gnome, and I want to do him in the starry rainbow. Go ahead and cut my foil. That's handy if you have two machines. That's for sure. Okay, make sure it's well dusted. I just want to make sure the toner part is covered. The rest doesn't really matter. We'll get that one going through the fuse. Pull this one out to cool. We'll reveal this one. Oh, that's pretty. So then I can do the cupcakes in pink or maybe blue or maybe turquoise. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Then I have these. I have two different star ones. I'm only going to do one, I think. I might do two. I'm going to go ahead and do that one in the Blue Breeze. I haven't toner foiled in a while, so it's just not something I typically do in the summertime because it's hot, but it's been cooled down here a little bit. So excited about that. Lots of rain though, lots of rain. And finally I heard the cicadas, and that was exciting to me. Let's go ahead and pull this out. And if you're doing a foiling session, you might as well, if you have two machines, pull them both out. Okay, I've cut this one a little bit short, but I'm going for it anyway. My folder's already dirty, so it doesn't matter. Go ahead and reveal this one. And so it looks exactly the same, right? It's black, but it is foiled, and that foil is shiny. So then when I color in the cake, it's going to look cool. And then we've got this one, which was I think this was one of the little gnomes. Let's put that one over here. And we've got a little starry rainbow gnome. Cute. Okay. See, we're ripping right through these. I want to do this little star one, and I want to do this one in the, I'm going to do this one in the starry rainbow too. I was disappointed too. I just, day before yesterday, I was outside, or no, I was in my bathroom, and I heard them. I'm like, oh yay. And so I went running outside to go and listen to them. And they were going pretty much off and on all day, but not super loud like I'm used to hearing. I mean, you know, I live in the South. We get them. But that's okay. Meanwhile, I got Mike to build me a little fort outside, and I can sit out there and listen to him anytime I want and have shelter. So I love a good fort. These are pre-printed. So this is foil art. This is from Crafty Critta. They're a company out of Australia. And they come in all different sorts. This just happens to be their new birthday collection. So there's lots and lots of different patterns. And these are just a little over 8 by a little over, let me see, by about a little tiny bit under 6. So they're kind of, I think this is called an A5. I don't know. It's an Australian, it's a European. And then there are also like basically full card fronts that you don't have to do any work at all except for to foil them. So stamping them won't work because these have to be on something that melts. And most of your stamping inks, well, all of your stamping inks don't melt. Now, sometimes you can do them on, you can like do it over embossing, but it's never as clear as when it's done on foil art. And so they carry slimline and all different sorts. So I'm glad you asked. All right, what do we have here? I forgot what we have here. Oh yeah, look at those beautiful stars. And you can ink blend over it. So there's that. Hey Jean, good morning. And this one I'll definitely do the reverse print of because I'm a star person. I like stars. All right, what do we have here? Let's see, let's put that in the correct pile first of all. Let's do this fun little one. Pull. This one's cooled off. This is the, oh, I love that. So we've got, let me get that up close. We've got rainbow stars within stars. It's a starry day all around. Okay, let's do this one in Summer Evening. So Summer Evening is kind of a yellow pink ombre. And the main thing is if you're going to foil, you're going to need either a laminator or a foiling machine. I lost my scissors in this pile, y'all. Where'd you go, guys? Hang tight. Let me just move these out of the way and maybe I can find stuff. Here they are. All right. And so what happens is that the foil melts onto the toner melts onto the foil. Now, what you can do, and you have to check the angel policies, is sometimes you can stamp something, scan it, and then print it out on a laser printer and foil it. But most angel policies don't allow for that. But if you buy digital, you can foil those. So lots and lots of companies. I bought them from Colorado Craft. I bought them from Hero Arts. I bought them from Whimsy Stamps. And I'm pretty sure you actually do design for a stamp company that has digitals. I think I saw that. You can foil those as long as you print them out on a laser printer. So not an inkjet. All right, let's do this Summer Breeze on this one. And here's another one of this one I'm going to do in the clear so you can see what the clear looks like. This clear, I like to do a bigger piece because I use the leftover as a shaker, and I'll show you how I do that. It's very, very cool. Let's find the end here. And one thing I want to make sure is that I'm laying this down the proper way. Shiny side up, and it's hard to tell on the clear. You can mark it if you want to, or you can just know what you're doing. So I've got this. Now I'm just going to flip the foil over, and I'm going to dust because I can see a little teeny tiny piece of glitter on there, and that will impede your foiling. I'm going to dust that off. And this should be big enough to cover as it be a shaker cover. We'll send that through the fuse. Yeah, lots of great choices, and I have a bunch left over from Halloween last year. A bunch of just pre-printed color designs that are just gorgeous. So here's the stars and confetti and that Summer Breeze. Make a beautiful background, and then I would probably do the reverse on a. They do make toner sheets Crafty Critter does that are just full-on toner. They make colored ones, they make white ones, they make black ones, they make gold ones. So they're super cool. Let's do, let's see, where am I? Okay, this one has come out. We'll let that cool for a sec. Let's do another stars. Let's do that stars in this, not the blue breeze. I wanted the other blue. This is such a cool blue. I love this. Let me just take it out of the wrapper so you can see. It looks like a swimming pool. I hope that someday they make this in kind of a light turquoise color, because there's our pool bottoms all day, every day. Hey, Michelle. Dust this off. And you can use a dusting brush, but I actually prefer the Swiffer. I feel like it picks up more. And I do feel like you really have to do a good job and take your time. Just going like that across it is not going to get all the dust particles off. It's just going to kind of move them around. Okay. Which one of these are open? Okay, they're both open. Terrific. Pull this one. And you don't see much unless you put it in the light. Excuse me. And then you get kind of a shine. And this, you can't really see the design on there. Makes a fantastic shaker for an infinity shaker. We've got a couple more to go here, and then we'll go ahead and start making cards. Let's see. I thought I took out, yeah, I did. So this one has happy birthday all over it. And, you know, let's do, I'm going to go again with the magenta, I think. And the reason why is I feel like, well, we'll see. We'll see. Oops. Sure, I'll get out my toner sheets and show you a reverse one. No problem. It'll take me a minute to grab them out, so bear with me here. I'll get this one running through, and I'll go grab them. Okay, I've got a black one, I've got a gold one, and then I have several solid color ones. I can't find my ombre ones. I have them stashed somewhere. You guys know me. Let's see here. If I go with this one, might I want to do white? I might want to do white, but I also might want to do maybe yellow. There's what it would look like on yellow. I don't have a pink one here, I don't think. I know I have them somewhere, but not right here. Let's get this out of here. Let's do the, I think I want to do the dark yellow. The main thing with these toner sheets, so they're printed with toner. You want to make sure the entire sheet is covered. We'll do the stars one with gold. so you can see what the gold looks like, because it's pretty stinking cool. So I'm going to make sure that this is well dusted off. No hairs, no glitter, because most of us have glitter somewhere in the room. Like it or not. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and pull this one. Oh, pretty. So that's that kind of pool pattern. And let's go ahead and run this one through. Now you want your machine at a 3, whichever machine you're using. You want to make sure that your toner sheet is completely covered. We'll run that through. Let's do the gold. And I apologize, I didn't prepare for doing reverse, so just bear with me. Here's the happy birthday in the magenta. We could also do the reverse of that because it's a nice clean foiling. There's not any over foiling or under foiling that's going to impede the look of where'd I put the gold? Is this gold or white? Yeah, I've got gold here. So these are the foil art color toner sheets, and these are the gold. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I bet Pam doesn't have any glitter. I bet you're right. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches, and it'll be just a little over 4 on the other half because, again, these are European sizes. We'll pull this out and let it cool completely. And then we'll go ahead and let's do this blue star one with a gold. That's going to be pretty. So again, no matter what, don't forget to dust your foil. I know I have lots of loose glitter from Simon Hurley stuff because once it's dry, like it sticks onto my stuff. So we'll go ahead and make sure that that's completely covered. And I'll go ahead and run this one through my fuse. Okay, this one's still not completely cool. You do want to make sure these are 100% cool. Let's do the other gold piece with this one. Where'd I put the other gold piece, y'all? Man, oh man. So we're expecting some severe weather tomorrow. I'm excited. You guys know I love thunder, lightning, and all the fun stuff here we get in Alabama. You guys see what I did with that other gold sheet? Oh, there it is. Let's get that out of the way. Make sure that that's fully covered. Send that one through the mink. And never mind Duke. Our dogs are a mess right now because of losing their brother yesterday. So when you're doing a full piece of reverse, you want to be quick to pull it off. And so what you have is you have a blank piece of foil here, and you have that foil reversed. So there's that one. Ooh, I'm getting low on this one here. Look at that. I only have that much left. Might as well use it. I have a bunch of these dirters. I want to figure out something to do with them because they're nice and thick. They could be a sturdy base for something. Okay, here's the stars. Here's the happy birthday. Let's do this rainbow star one on a, what did I do with that pile of sheets that I just had? Oh Lord, I'm a hot mess. I think I want to do that one on white. Yeah, me too. I mean, look, Bones was 17 years old, or almost 17. What did I do with my Swiffer, y'all? Huh. Oh, here it is. Okay. So every once in a while, I'll take my Swiffer and I'll fold it the other way just to make sure if there's any residual stuff on there that it's off. So this is a white toner sheet. So it's white toner ink printed on paper. Yeah, that is a long life, especially for a lab. And for those of you who don't know me or haven't watched my channel or heard me talk about Bones, Bones was a service dog. Still feels warm. And when he turned 12, he was too old. He had to retire. And his owner was going to have to give him up to a shelter because she couldn't have more than one dog in her apartment. So Mike and I agreed to take Bones for his retirement years, and that's why we have him. So here's the blue with the gold stars, and we have a little bit of pull here. You want to be quick to pull those off, but sometimes it will still do that. Nonetheless, it still looks really cool. And then this one's still a little warm. You do want to make sure they're 100% cool. Let's do this. Let's do these magenta cupcakes on. Now, Crafty Credit isn't the only place that sells these, but I am showing for Crafty Credit today. These products were sent to me free of charge, so that's what I'm working with. They are nice enough to send me a pizza box here and now and again, and so that I can try out the goodies. And I already demonstrated the new paper, which I absolutely love. It's my new favorite alcohol marker paper. So this one got real funky there. So it's going to be funky on here too. Let's see who's come in. Gloria, hi. You guys are meeting up everywhere. All right, let's check this happy birthday one. And I want to pull quickly. And there we've got our reverse foil. So here's the original. And here's the reverse. Here's the reverse of the rainbow stars. Okay, I just have 2 more left to foil, and then we can start making cards. So I think I want to do this one in the solid rainbow. If rainbows can be solid, which they can. If you have scratches and stuff like that in your foil, it will reflect down onto the paper. That's just that. So that's the other reason that a lot of people prefer to use a brush rather than a Swiffer, in case there is like a piece of glitter on there, you don't accidentally scratch your surface. I'm not too worried about it. Yep, just like pulling off a Band-Aid. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Happy to oblige. I mean, you know, you want to make, it took me a while to make a decision whether I wanted hot foil or toner foil. And I started out with a hot foiling machine because I actually prefer hot foiling. I just prefer the end look of it. But this, like, I'm a graphic artist, and so I have created a whole lot of stuff that can be toner printed, and you'll find it in my Facebook group for free. Printable art that you know, you can make foil patterns out of. Let's do this one in, let's do a solid. I think I want to go with purple. So this is amethyst, not purple, just so you know the color name. So with 2 foiling machines on, we got quite a bit done. Once I turn these off, then I'll turn on my other lights so you guys can see better. I'm going to shake this off. Yeah, I really like hot foiling. I just like the end product, but it's a lot more expensive. This is a very economical way to foil, and there's lots of companies that make these toner sheets already printed. There's Crafty Critta, of course, based in Australia. There's Pink and Main makes them. GinaK makes them. I think, what is it? Starts with it's Picket Fence. Yeah, Picket Fence Studios makes them. So, and then again, if you buy from a company that has printables, you can make your own if you have a toner printer. Oh, the toner sheets you have are my designs? They might be, yeah. So my group is Not Afraid of Color. It's a Facebook group. You do need to answer the questions if you want to join. It's not a huge group, so we're a nice quiet bunch. So that one I probably should have let it cool a little bit more, but I can color in that candle. You see how it's still stuck to the sheet a little bit. All right. That's everything. So I can shut these off. I'm going to move one down to the floor over here. I can't move the other one anywhere because that's where it's plugged in. And we got a lot done in 38 minutes. Okay, this one's ready to peel and reveal. We've got a nice rainbow going on there. I'll just move that one way outside and let me turn on my light so now you guys can see a little bit better. I don't know why that light thinks it has to flash, but it does. I'll go ahead and pull this one. Oh, look at those purple stars. Aren't those pretty? Yeah, it's a small group. And yeah, like I said, never mind Duke. Mike had to run some errands, and so he's lonely. Let's see. I know I did one of these little, I did a couple of these. So I've got this little gnome. Now, you can color right over this if you want to. You can leave it plain. You can fussy cut it. I believe I'm going to fussy cut this gnome out and then keep the sentiments separate. So, but I am a fussy cutter. If you're not, don't do it. It's real easy to just do a simple slap together card if that's the, if that's your thing. And I know it is some people's things. It's kind of not my thing. I'm kind of not a slap together kind of girl, but I don't have anything wrong with people who are. So don't get me wrong on that one. I just kind of like to really do my cards. And I do owe some birthday cards. Like, I'm really horrible. So as I'm fussy cutting this, I'm finding myself in this weird small space. So what I like to do is just cut off this excess so I get my scissors in there without a big fight. Now, to color these, you can ink blend over it if you want to. You can color it with your alcohol markers, but you want to avoid the foil because obviously the alcohol markers will color the foil too. Water-based markers will not. I mean, they will, but you can wipe it off because it'll resist, but it won't resist alcohol ink. So if you do use alcohol markers, just watch your edges there. Me, I love me a gnome, so. And I didn't used to like them, but I've already had that conversation, so we're not gonna rehash that. You're an overthinker. I know, poor Duke. And Mike said that So let me tell you what happened is as Bones got older, he couldn't get up and down the stairs anymore. So Mike took his whole room. He is just, his saving grace is he's so tender towards animals, because sometimes he's not that tender towards people. But he moved his whole self down into the living room, built like a door and stuff, so that Bones could be in the room with him because he couldn't come up the stairs anymore. And then we had to build Bones a ramp to get up and down the 3 steps to go outside. Yeah, it does take a lot of practice to fussy cut. So, and then he cooked for those dogs every day. And let me see, how do I want, I am going to color him with alcohol markers. I'm just going to be really, really careful. So I recommend, if you're going to use alcohol markers, to use the, not use the brush tip ones. So use the bullet tip. So these are printed out and then they are foiled. They're foilables. For those coming in late, they are foilables from Crafty Critta. And they come like this. So here's this one right here. And then there's this one here. And that one here. And then there's 4 designs in this one. So you've got the little cake. You've got the sentiment. It's all slapped together if you want to. Another 4 comes in. You can get slim lines. They have all kinds of foil art. And I did, last year or so, maybe it was the year before, I did do some hippie designs for them. Little Volkswagen and stuff. So let me color Gnome. And I think that, well, let's see. His background is going to be, let's decide on a background. Kind of want him in the stars. His background's going to be blue. Well, that's kind of hard to see, huh, with the light shining. So that's why I did want to leave a little white border. I'm going to go ahead and color him his clothing pink, like it or not. And so I'm just going to come really close to the edge of the foil, but not quite to the foil. Best I can. I mean, this paper takes alcohol marker very well. So we'll just kind of go dark here in the folds. And anywhere I've gone over, it's going to color that foil, the pink color, but you can't see it very well, so that's fine. And y'all know that I'm not the best colorist, but I'm practicing like anything else. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, let's go the mid-tone. So this paper blends out pretty nicely. It's a little squeaky. We don't mind. Let me zoom in a little for you. Come on. Oh, it won't zoom. That's right. I forgot this thing won't zoom. That's why I usually do this with a different app, but I forgot to do the different app today. Because StreamYard won't zoom my iPhone. You're okay, Duke, I promise. Okay, and let's go in with the lightest color. Yep, that's really squeaky. And I'm just going to keep working over it until it kind of blends out. Yeah, these are cute gnomes. They have a lot of gnomes. Crafty Critta has a lot of gnomes. Now, why would a guy gnome have a pink hat? Because I want him to. He likes pink, don't you? Sometimes it's going to take a couple of coats to really blend that out, and that's okay. But you can also use watercolor markers, and I'll show you. We've got his hat going. He just needs his little clothes. Hey, Lynn. Good morning. And I believe he's wearing long sleeves. I can't really tell, but I'm going to treat it like he is. Excuse me. I'm expecting my, I had the 100-year cough or whatever that is. I'm expecting my new Ohuhu markers on the 30th, and I can't wait because I really like using them. I'm not a person who can afford Copics. It's just never going to happen. Okay, so we're going to do dark pink, mid-tone. I do like these two though. They're super simple. And then light on the outside of his arm. Cat doesn't have really any cheeks that show up specifically. Let's go ahead and do his little robe. It's not a dress tee. It's a robe. Come around his beard. So I do prefer the nibs for coloring foiled images because they just don't bleed as much as the brushes. Okay, let's get his little nose with the skin tone. Now my skin tone one is a brush, so we're gonna have to be super careful with it. Let's see, I'm gonna start with dark. This was the dark, right? Yep. I'm gonna come to medium. I'm gonna come to light. And that's all the skin you have to color on this guy. I guess we could call his hand skin, huh? Hey Jay, good morning. Does it stay shiny? Yes. Hey Lynn, I already had the big set, the two, by the time I get what I'm getting, I'll have the whole 320. And the reason I wanted it, so I didn't even realize what I was missing until I bought this chart. And I bought this from Sandy Alnuck. And by the way, she does not support Ohuhu. And she says so on her website, but she still sells this. And what's really super cool that I love about this hex chart is it helps you know which colors to use. Like I'm like, I don't know which one. And so I'm constantly scribbling on stuff, trying to get the colors to kind of come together. And this thing does it for you. And I realized as I was watching, I'm like, whoa, I'm missing a bunch of colors. So, no, Miss Southern Belle, I would say no. As far as the foiling, that machine gets hot. Yeah, I love the hex charts. I'm going to go ahead and get the one from my Prismacolors too. Okay, let's do his beard. Let's get a little color going in his beard. I'm going to go with the Ice Gray blend. And I'm just going to go with the lightest color and just do a little bit, not a bunch. Just kind of add a little bit of dimension here to his beard and his mustachio. And I'll show you. I'll do a little coloring over foil so you can see what happens if you get alcohol marker on the foil. I will just keep these white here. And let's keep the present white too. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shading so that it kind of rounds off a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and let the marker go right over the alcohol ink, or right over the foil, so you can see what happens. So with the gray, you can't really tell, but it will kind of color the foil. Now, I was careful not to go over the foil. If you do, it will still stay shiny. So let's do his little foot. Let's do a foot, and let's do a yellow, because why not? We'll do a really light yellow, just so you get an idea. You're not going to really see it because it's a light color. And it is going to stay shiny. So see? But if I were to do, let's just do, we'll do a purple. I'll do a lavender. I'll do the dark lavender on this foot. You can see that it kind of colors the foil, but not really, not too much. So it's fairly resisting, and because it's still wet, I can kind of wipe it off. So there's our little gnome guy. Now I can color blend over this, and I do like it a little bit smaller on a card. So I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to trim it to 5 by 3 3/4. So there's, I want it nice and even. And since I did blue stars, I could add some pink to this, but I think I'm going to add yellow. So I'm going to grab some ink. I'm going to go ahead and grab Simon Hurley's ink. I think I'm going to go with Slippery When Wet. And grab my little blending buddy for yellow. Yeah, I still need to finish that hop. I started it this morning, but I knew I wanted to come on and do this since I didn't do it yesterday. So I'm just going to end. So it's ink blending is a breeze over top of foil, and it definitely will resist the ink. You can take and blend over it, and then you can take a soft cloth. I don't know where my soft cloth went. Here it is. And wipe, just to wipe off any excess ink. Just like if you were to color over embossing. So now we've got color going there. Got our little gnome. Got my little happy birthday that I still need to cut out. Now again, to value your time, I have pre-cut some card bases, and I think I'm going to do a hot pink card base. Yeah. Now these you don't want to use liquid glue on. I would say definitely don't use liquid glue. Hi, Maddie. I'm going to go ahead and use my ATG gun. You want to use a dry glue because otherwise it does show up the glue. And I keep meaning to make a jig so I can get these on straight. But Crafty Owl has a trick where she does them upside down. That way, if you have to trim any off, it works well. Okay. So it's not really crooked, but it's a little uneven. I could trim it, but I'm not going to. So then I've got my little gnome, and I'm going to pop him up. And we'll get some foam tape here. I think I'll use my foam strips since they're handy. No, you can't use an iron because it's not going to offer enough pressure and heat at the same time. So you're going to need pressure and heat. You can use a laminator. If you do, I recommend the Amazon generic brand. I do not recommend a Scotch laminator at all. They don't support their products. How do I know? Because I went through it with them. And they never even answered me back. It was Very frustrating. So you can use a hot foil machine, and they come. Pink and Main carries them. You can find them on Amazon. Um, GinaK has the Fuse. There's Crafty Critters coming out with a new one that's specific to Europe, because they are with the weirdo plugs. And I don't mean weirdo in a weird way. I just mean not what we use. Which is handy because people all over the world want to do this stuff. And I think those are on pre-order right now. And I didn't link anything down below because this is an impromptu live. I just decided that I needed to do this since I had promised, and I completely forgot last Thursday that I had promised. And then when I got sick, so he's going to be popped up here. Hey, Beccan. Hey, Diane. Soggy, Texas. Yeah, it's kind of wet here too, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all because it's cooler, and I'm all for cooler. I have enough personal body heat. If you don't like fussy cutting, you can just use this hole, and you can ink blend over the top of it so that you've got color to your card. So if you do have a laminator at home, it is recommended that you let your laminator heat up quite a bit before you try to foil through it. You do need, if you work through a laminator, you do need like some parchment paper or copy paper to fold over as your carrier sheet versus these that are meant for the ink machine or the Fuse. And I am going to add a little bit of glue to the back of my foam here. Ah, you're welcome. Yeah, look, I'm not a huge fan of swatching. I'll be perfectly honest with you, but in some cases, it's just worth it. Come on. I think this is my PVA glue. I don't know. It's acting funky. Oh, you know what? No, this is the scrapbook.com glue. It's thick, so it's kind of hard to get through. The Artist brand. It's kind of hard to get through this little hole. I was wondering, why is this thing so hard to squeeze? It's not typically one I reach for, but I did just now, so there's that. Okay. I'm going to put him right here in the center. And then I'll go ahead and fussy cut the happy birthday. Yeah, the caps are not a great match at all. And also, here's the tricky part. If you've never used alcohol markers, and I can't answer for Copics, but for Ohuhus, like some of these pinks, when you first lay them down, don't look pink. And they don't really look pink until they dry. They kind of look orange. And so that was frustrating to me trying to swatch them out, individually. So yeah, you can get a laminator. The Amazon laminator is like $20. So it's not super expensive. And then if you have a laser printer, you can utilize the printables that you can buy. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of free ones on my Facebook group that I created for folks. And they're backgrounds. I don't have particular like the gnome and stuff like that. They're mostly all just backgrounds. But I created them in Photoshop. And if you see the file names, they are PDF files, and the file names are named after Beatles songs. So you just have to figure out what's what. Yeah, the Amazon laminator works best, I think, anyway. And I think I'll leave. I don't know if I'm going to cut these both out. I might. Because there's a little bit more white space than I'd rather have. So, yeah. Go ahead and cut them both out and then use them separately, like maybe happy. birthday. The hex chart came from Sandy Alnook, and her it's Sandy Alnook /artclasses.com. And she has a whole spiel about how she feels about the Ohuhu markers and everything, that if you buy this hex chart, she donates all the money to something, I forgot what. But it says right on her website. And just to me, that chart is everything. And it helped me to realize, like, I'm missing most of the mid-tone colors. Okay. So we'll go. I lost my happy oats on there still. We'll go happy. And I'm going to just use a little bit of tape on that. And I need my smaller tape because my other tape's too fat for it. It'll stick out and be funny. I'll get my Tombow. Do happy. And birthday. So, I mean, you could foil these for little kids and then let them color them. So there's that. So now we have our foiled little gnome with our foiled background, ink blended, real colorful birthday card. And let's see here. Let's do another. So this one here, this is full card sized. So let's just say I don't want the background white. Let me go ahead and do like a little ombre on this background. We'll do, I'm gonna do a little tropical tango. I'm gonna do a little rosy cheeks and do a little triple berry. We'll see how that works out. Hi, Sandy. Thank you. Thank you, Lala. Where did I put my Trinity things? Okay, here we go. Let's get the... And you guys know me, Tropical Tango is my favorite. I'm going to grab some of this spare paper and just make sure that my brush is kind of clean from any excess. And I'm not going to need a lot of ink because it goes a long way on this. Poor Dookie. I hope Mike gets home pretty soon. We had a little bit excess green going on there because I had the yellow down below. Because I don't see it on my black paper, so I don't tend to clean it up. Okay, let's go ahead, and I think I'll do the triple berry next. You love lovely foiled cards? Yes, thank you. They're fun to do. Okay, come in with the triple berry. Ooh. So this is a super smooth paper. It will blend out like butter. And you want to kind of go smooth. And I'll want to come back with my blue one and just kind of smooth that out. And then we'll grab our rosy cheeks. Which is just a lighter pink. Just keep blending that out until it's nice and smooth. Blend that right up. And there you've got a card front ready to go. Let's find a card base for it. And I think I'm going to go with the, see, I'm going to need a side folder. Now that fits exactly on there, but I want a little bit of a border, so I'm going to do a little bit of trimming. That's just going to give it a teeny tiny border. And we'll embellish that with some sequins and stuff. All right, where'd the ATG gun go? I've got a pile over here to my right. You guys can't see, but it's there. Let's get some pretties on there. You want to see what oxides look on those papers? I'll show you in a moment. Let's grab some of these Trinity Stamps little pearls. I will show you what oxides look like. Okay. I don't want this glue. Don't want this glue. It's too hard to push out of the bottle. Let me get an easier one. I can see I smeared right there, so that's a good place for an embellishment. Okay, there's some pink ones. I think I want another couple of pink ones. This one's oh, there it goes. Great, nice, lovely. I'll do a teeny tiny one there. That'll dry clear, so I'm not going to stress about it too bad. Just kind of drop it on. Try not to squish it out too much. Man, Duke is having himself a fit. Let's do a couple of purple ones. Hi, Maritza. Because who doesn't love all the bling? If you get a big blob of glue, just kind of lay the embellishment down into it, but don't push. I think I want another one right here. I don't think I'm going to do the blue ones. I think I'm just going to stick with the pink and purple. Flip over. Where'd it go? There it is. So now we've got another little happy birthday card. And all right, let's color one with oxide. So whoops, nice. I hate when that happens. These are very hard to pick up off of here. In fact, I'll pick them up later. So what I'll do is I just take a piece of paper and I scoot them out of the way. I just need to remember they go in the purple one. All right, let's get this scrapbook.com ink out of my way. And I don't know what I did with its pen, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's do, let's see. Let's ink blend an oxide on this purpley star one. What color you want, Jane? Any thoughts? I have them all. I'll wait to see. I know we get a little bit behind here. How about so on purple, how about any color? Okay. Let's do a complimentary of purple. We'll do mustard seed. And I think mustard seed is not going to cut it. It's not quite the right yellow. Let's try dried marigold. Okay, and I'm just going to take and kind of clean off my brush from whatever might have lived on there previously. These brushes I use for oxide primarily. So it's going to dull these stars down, but you can clean them off. So no big deal. Okay, there's our distress oxide. We'll get our rag and clean off the excess. And there's your answer to oxide. Yes, it does blend very, very smoothly. So I would probably, might be kind of fun to color some of these cupcakes and lay them on there. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to do this little cake. So I'm going to trim this down to the size that I like, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to color in this cake. So remember, I foiled this one with black foil. And I want my cake to kind of go with. So I do have an orange blend, I think, here. And this is a brush, so I'm going to have to deal with the fact that it's a brush. Oh, no, it's not. It's the bullet nibs. Okay. You know what? Let's, just so I can demonstrate, let's get some water-based. I'll grab in my Zig Clean Colors. Let me get the lid on this glue before I have a horrible accident. And let's find, what color is this? Orange. So here's how water-based markers work on here. Just in case you wondered. And I'm sure you've seen this demonstrated before. I'm not this is nothing new under the sun. Okay, let's grab a lighter orange. What color is this? Light carmine. That's not a lighter orange. This is. So they still blend out. Not as good, but they still will blend out. Just do this one pretty quickly. Just notice I'm going over it more than once so I can get that blending going. So it needs to be pretty wet for it to blend. And then let's do a lightest orange. This one is natural beige. That's not really orange. This one is. This is pale orange. Okay, just kind of blend those through. That's water on them, and you want to let that completely dry before you move on to, like putting other colors on top. Let me do the cake in a kind of a purpley, since our stars are purple, and I'm going to, so see, I haven't swatched these. That's too dark. I need a lighter purple. I need a purple that's kind of in the red tone gang, which this one works. And this one looks like, that's more pink. Let's just do the single color for the cake. And because I did this in black, and yeah, I realize I'm going over because I'm running out of time here, but because I did this in black foil, it looks like it was stamped out instead of actually foiled, but you've still got the shine from the foil. And you can layer water-based inks over the top of this, but you want them to dry between layers. It doesn't pill up as easy as like a non-coated paper. Okay, and then I'm just going to come on the sides and just kind of go in a little darker. Okay, Duke. I'm going to come in with a little bit of darker around the frosting area. Just a little darker around the sides. Get that little bit of dimension. Oh, now your house is hot. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do the plate in a blue just because I like blue, especially this blue. And that'll kind of help where I went outside the lines. You can even use like use it like a watercolor, or use ink like Simon Hurley's ink. Use the re-inkers. However you want to color this, you can color it. And I'm not looking for a super dimension on my plate here. I can add that later with white marker. Okay, and then our little cherries. Do the kind of light red at the top. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a pumpkin. I can't tell though. And then I'll find my darker red. Let's see. That's too brown. One thing I noticed with these markers, there's not a lot of good choices of red. Okay, we've got our red little cherries. And once I add some white, what do you guys think that piece is right there? I can't really tell. It's, is it a kiwi? It does kind of look like a pumpkin, huh? I don't want it to be a pumpkin. We're just going to make it a pink thing. I don't know. We'll just make it a pink thing. Call it done. It's a little frosting candy blob. I think I'll do these little stars in little pink. Go ahead and do the candle stripes in pink. And we'll get a little yellow for the candle. Might as well go for all the colors, huh? All right, now I'm going to grab my white. Yeah, it might be whipped cream. It's pink whipped cream now. Make sure my pen's writing, which it's not. Come on, wakey, wakey. There we go. Just get some little white going along here. Just add a little bit of dimension to that cake. Another layer on my cherry. Make these little dots white. All right. Yeah, isn't that a great font on that happy birthday? I love it too. All right, let's make this into a card. And yep, that's my method of organization. Just dump them in. Because time, you know. So maybe I want to edge this a little bit. So this was going to be our background. I don't think that's going to work because it's too small. And I'm not going to be able to get a whole lot off of this, but let's trim some off. And let's get that down onto a card base. I think I want a purple one for this one. I'll make that just a clean and simple. Now see, I've smudged here. Try and wipe those smudges off, but not that easy. It is a water-based ink, so I can just take a little bit of water and kind of try and clean it off. Hey, because this paper is a kind of a plastic. All clean and pretty. Well, hi. Oh gosh, I'm sorry I forgot your name. I always do that. Sprinkle with cards. Melody? No. Oh, I'm just gonna put something down here so I don't make a hot mess. Ignore Duke, he's fine. Judy, no. Lord. If I hear it enough times, I'll remember. I don't know what I did there, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to trim a little bit off the bottom here. I don't mind. Zell, thank you. Oh my. A little bit more. All right. So we've got 3 birthday cards so far. I think this one's my favorite because I love purple and orange together. I do want some pretties on here. And let me go with, I'm going to go with is the sparkle spots because they are just so lovely. If you guys haven't tried these yet, they're amazing. See, I keep getting my dirty fingerprints on there. That's why I don't typically do white cards because I'm sloppy. Sloppy! Because I always got to have some sparkle on my card. Let me do one here, one here, one here. Start there. Larger one here. Medium one here. Go and do one here. One here. So these are flat, but super sparkly. And also great for covering boo-boos, which we never need to do, right? Let's do another large one over here. And they do have 2 sides. So one side's a little bit rough and one side's smooth. Doesn't really matter which side, but there's the sparkle spots. So they just add that shine without adding a bunch of dimensions. So this can go off into the mail all shiny and beautiful without costing more postage. All right, Jeanette. Well, thanks for coming by. So there's that birthday card. Here's birthday card. Lots of little pearls on it. It's been ink blended with dye inks. This one was ink blended. Or was this was the reverse? Was this the reverse, you guys? I can't remember. No, I think I ink blended some yellow on there. And then we colored the little gnome, and he is foiled in kind of a rainbow star foil. And then this one was foiled with black foil so that you just get that beautiful shine without, having it look like foil. The super sparkly spots are called Sparkle Spots Confetti. And the one I'm using is white. The one I have in my personal stock, so you can see them. And I have more on order. I have the blue sky. I have, of course, the ruby. Get that up close. And I have the emerald. Any other questions, y'all? And by the way, thanks for coming to hang out with me today and spending your time with me while I played around with these crafty critter stuff that I needed to do a couple of weeks ago, and I just didn't because I got sick. Um, needs a dunce cap. Me too. Me too. Most of the time. Most of the time. But these have to go out because I owe birthday cards. I want to do, I'm going to probably do all these because this is probably my favorite because A, it's a flat card, and B, I'm the biggest fan of black foil. So there's that. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Um, a dance and a dunce cap. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out today. Hopefully, you have a great weekend, and I'll see you around the rooms. Don't forget, speaking, I see Lynn. Don't forget to catch the Mystery Craft Along today at 4 o'clock Central, 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. I guess 3 Mountain. On Lynn's channel, LV Handcrafted, because it's always a blast. And on her Facebook group, which is Friends of LV Handcrafted, there's already a cutting guide. Sarah Liz of Sassy's LLC is hosting, and she's always a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see you guys there. I'm ready. I tested it, so don't ask me. I'm not giving anything away. You guys, take care. Bye. Bye.